What is up, guys? My name is Gimme Memories TV, and this is podcast. I still don't have a
Easter egg
name
song?
for it. I've been thinking about it. I have a couple. I have a couple. I have a couple names. I'm just not sure about them. But either way, as our co-host, we have again quatchi16.
It's already set. It's set. It's set. It's set. It's set. No, it's not. Now it is.
Comments that have
Get in the green square.
in the comment section below.
Green square right here where we're all at.
As our guest,
Shoot the werewolf. Shoot the werewolf.
Play it.
he plays everything. There you guys go. So, hit him up if you guys need help with Easter eggs. I'm pretty sure he won't mind. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk about what's been going down with Call of Duty, the state of Call of Duty, the state of zombies, and everything.
Get back in the green square.
One
more? We're all. I thought it was lined up.
Well, I mean, where do we start? Do we start in like the state of the community, Dead of the Night, Blackout? Like,
we can talk about Dead of the Night. We can talk about whatever you want.
well, if I'm being honest, I think the last big thing that happened like since our last podcast was probably Dead of the Night. God, where to even start with that? I'll try not to get too much of a marketing disaster, like drama regarding the Easter egg, but I will say, all that aside, Dead of the Night was actually quite good. I mean, I enjoyed the map. I enjoyed the Easter egg. Sure, the boss fight wasn't that great and everything, but it was honestly fun, even if it wasn't groundbreaking like DE.
I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah. I do find it a little weird that they did it as a prequel, which, I mean, it's a bit of a bizarre approach. I'm pretty sure, we were all expecting like maybe a sequel or a continuation from the story after 9, but instead we did learn new stuff about the story, but it just, I don't know, seemed a little off-putting.
I feel like they just following tradition, because if you think about Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, we went into the future, and then on Black Ops 3 we were going kind of back, and then here on Black Ops 4 again we're going back, because we went back to 5, we went back to Blood of the Dead, so I think they're just following tradition. I don't dislike it, but I don't like it either. Storyline wise, I'm liking the storyline. I still want to give it a chance. I don't understand why people don't want to give it a chance, but I guess to each is its own. I like it. I'm digging it, especially after I don't know if you guys heard Queen dropping that video on Pitfall, the storyline being, I guess, inspired, you can say, from the Pitfall. I don't remember the exact name of I know it's Pitfall 2, the Amazing something, no, the Mystery something. I can't remember right now. What is your take on that, Funbun? Like, or at least on Dead of the Night. What is your take on Dead of the Night? Did you like it? Do you like what they're doing with the storyline? What do you think?
In my opinion, it was okay. I mean, they had some stuff they could have worked on, like Pack-a-Punch and stuff. It shouldn't be that tedious comparing it to Kino Toten, because, like, for that one, all you had to do was link a teleporter. Now you got a vape, and it's just, what? Like, what are they doing with this?
Yeah, I got a vape.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well,
I saw people vaping today. It was before the pacer test.
I'm gonna talk about the map and my experience with it. I enjoyed, I guess, the little bit of time we had with the hunt. I think the Easter egg steps are amazing. I love the fact that they did try their best to make the Easter egg hard, and I guess the Easter egg is hard. We just didn't get to experience it, since, I mean, I don't want to point fingers, but steps were leaked to certain people, and that's it. So we didn't get to really hunt the hunt that we wanted, and it's kind of the community's fault, because we ask for this kind of things. We ask for leaks when we get stuck. We ask for hints when we get stuck. So what else can we do? So it's kind of everybody's. I don't want to point fingers, but it's at the end of the day, it's everybody's fault. Um, I feel like the Easter egg is awesome. The steps were awesome. If nothing would have gotten leaked, I think the hunt would have lasted probably a week, maybe 6 to 7 days. I don't think I wouldn't see it passing that. Maybe the longest 8 to 9. Because there's some steps where like meleeing the fucking fire with your shield, like nobody would have thought of that. So yeah, that's my take on it, and also meleeing the fire itself with the blue fire shield. Yeah, there's some steps where it would have taken us a little bit. So, in my opinion, I did like the steps. They're not complicated. I like the puzzle of it. I like the Atlas planetarium thingy. I like
The zodiac symbols.
the zodiac symbols. Yeah, we had at least even though the Easter egg got leaked, there were certain specifics of the steps that weren't specify, at least I guess per, I guess I'm saying it wrong, but they weren't clearly leaked, you could say, like the zodiac sign. So you Quachi, you were part of it. We figured out, we kind of had a little, what you say, a heads up on what we had to do with the zodiac sign. We didn't have it straight, but we knew something had to do with the tally marks or the scratches, however you want to call them. So that kind of helped us a little bit. So I kind of felt like, yes, we did find something in the end. Um So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Would have loved to grind a little more, but you can't do too much. You can't get too mad. It's just the community has to change on their priority, and so does the people sharing the game and streaming and uploading the game with the community. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, I definitely agree. I mean, yeah,
Can I make a
don't get me
statement?
wrong.
go have fun.
Oh, sorry to cut you off, Quashi, but in my opinion, this map had the best ending cutscene of any map.
I agree. Well, I don't think it's the best, but it had a very good ending cutscene. I enjoyed it. It was long. It was uh it was action packed even after, because if you notice every single cutscene, even from Black Ops 3, I think so. Even from Black Ops 3, there's no action in it. It's just a quick like glimpse, and it's either sad or it is suspensive, but it's no action. This one was a mixture of all. I'm actually watching it right now as we speak, and it's suspenseful, and it's kind of like mind bending when you see the freaking dude chopping their heads.
Oh yeah,
And then
Godfrey goes
and
all.
then out of nowhere, the girl Scarlet just pops up and shoots a dude in the head, or I mean the chest. And then she's running for her dad and driving, and she's crying. I liked it. It was a mixture of everything. It was a mixture of everything. Um, so I kind of agree with Funbun when it comes to the cutscene.
Yeah, I mean, it made me really like Scarlet more as a character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Getting. But yeah, no, the whole mess with the like going past the whole fucking mess with Easter egg hunt and everything. Do you mind if we also maybe get into the marketing disaster that was the launch of that map?
Yeah, I don't
Oh
know.
my god.
I feel like it was intentional. I really feel like it was intentional because everybody was confused about when was the map dropping. They knew the map was supposed to drop someday. They just didn't know when. It made everybody hop on the game and check, is it now? Is it today? Everybody was checking the Reddits. Everybody was checking the PlayStation Store. Everybody was checking the game. So I guess if if it was not intentionally done, I guess it worked out at the end, because people did end up playing it, people did end up buying it, people did end up downloading it, and a lot of people ended up enjoying it like us. Obviously, there's all people with their own opinions, they didn't enjoy it, but I think it worked out in the end. Obviously, I do. I guess Quachi and I don't know if Fun, but we can agree that we don't like that marketing. We don't like that strategy. We want to know what
Agreed.
yeah, we
Yeah.
want to know what we're getting into when we're hopping in the map. We want to be hyped. Yes, we were hyped before, but we want a confirmation, especially people like me, Quatchi, and even Funbun, we want to have a date preset for us to, we're gamers. We want to get set up mentally, and even like me, a person like me, I want to take the day off at work and come here and play. Get ready, get the team ready, get the squad ready, get mentally prepared. Know if we know if we can see a glimpse of the map, we can start researching mansions. We can start researching eras, time eras from what we can see. We at least, and I'm sure you guys also agree. I miss the good old what's the word good old like looking at the trailer and trying to pick it apart and
Oh yeah,
I miss that.
breakdowns,
Exactly,
breakdowns.
breaking
Yeah,
down the trailers. Like I remember, and even though the map wasn't that great, it was super buggy, and I think till this day it's still buggy.
it.
Zetsu Onoshima, when Zetsu Onoshima came out, I remember doing a breakdown for the map, seeing the seeds pop up for like a millisecond, and I pointed out, yo, what is that power up right there? At the time we didn't know. We all we could do is just assuming that made the map even funner,
Yeah.
quote unquote. Before it came out, it made it a lot more. At least the hunt was fun because we wanted to figure out why was those power ups there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I miss those good old times. I miss them. I really do.
I think I think we were just frustrated too. Like neither of us really got the chance to properly prepare for the hunt. We were just like thrust headlong into it with no warning. It just happened.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. But yeah, that's my the map again. The map I liked it. I really like the map. It has. I guess let's take a vote. Do you guys think the map has playability? Do you guys, whenever you guys hop on,
Honestly,
do you guys want to go back and play it? Do you guys want to redo the Easter egg? How do you guys actually feel about the map replayability? Not the map itself. We know the map is good. We know the Easter egg is good, but do you feel the need to? Hey, you know what? Be fun. Let's do the Easter egg. Let's hop on the map. Let's just play just for the hell of it. Let's. Do you guys? What do you guys think? What is you guys' take on that?
I
Mind if I go
mean,
first?
You go
yeah,
ahead,
go
Quatch.
ahead.
I think it's the most replayable out of the 5 maps besides 9.
Okay, okay, fair take. What about you, Quatch?
I mean, I'm kind of agreeing with Fun here. There are elements that add to like replayability for all of them. I mean, I when Black Ops 4 came out, there was of course doing the Easter egg on like higher difficulties, doing it as like doing it on solo, but now you have stuff like silver bullets or
Yeah.
and plus it's a very I don't know, it's a very like player friendly kind of Easter egg. Like I mean, yes, I get it. Easter eggs are intended to be like difficult and everything, but I mean, if you're looking for just a chill Easter egg to do, you don't want to do something too crazy like Voyage like, or something as like frustrating or tedious as Blood of the Dead, then go do Dead of the Night. Honestly, it's fun.
I agree. I agree.
Even if the boss fight's a little too easy for my taste.
Yeah, I agree. The gameplay wise, I feel like if I go back, well, my go to maps are Blood of the Dead and Dead of the Night. I have to agree with that. Dead of the Night. I like the map. I like the Easter egg. I like the fact that they put two different wonder weapons. You could say. I have to. Still yet. I haven't tried the other wonder weapon, the one that you unlock from the sniper
Eh,
room. I haven't tried it
oh,
yet.
the Impaler.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. And they put different like upgrades to the wonder weapon. I like how everyone can get it. And it's not a
Yeah.
crappy. It's not a crappy wonder weapon. It's
No,
actually
it's amazing.
it's an
It
actual
like
wonder weapon.
I know it's so great. And like it's a fun Easter egg to get it. Hell, even silver bullets add a sense of fun replayability to that map, and on top of the side Easter eggs that have been discovered, and probably more side Easter eggs in that map that haven't been found yet. Like it's honestly great.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm not a fan of random perk locations, why did they bring them back in that map?
True. Yeah, they brought them back. I don't mind
Uh,
them. I don't mind them as much because to be honest, like I don't know. I just don't mind them. That's basically I just don't mind it. Obviously, I would like to know where my perks are gonna be at, but I guess it forces people to learn the map quicker. So if a teammate tells you, "Hey, it's in the dining hall," you have to remember where the heck is the dining hall. I think it's good for that. I have a friend and we've played with her, and she struggles with knowing the map locations, and I think that helps out, especially her, because she's getting into zombies, she's learning the maps, and I think that's the best way. If the perk changes each time, she's forced to remember. Oh wait, last game dining hall had this. We had so, and he's saying now dining hall has this. So I have to figure out how to get there and what is it? Where is the dining hall? I like that for that. But obviously, comfortably would be if it just stayed at where it is every game. Um, let's see. So let's talk about the state of the game right now.
Uh,
The
Before we get to that, there's
mhm,
one last thing I want to talk about for Dead of the Night, if that's okay.
mhm,
It was actually a bit of a like talk I heard, and it's actually regarding the butler Godfrey and the like him being controlled by the Chaos Order. It was
mhm,
actually a bit of a debate I heard about this. It's now, as I'm sure you know and remember, when you play Dead of the Night and you're playing as Godfrey, you hear like a dark version of him talking to you, and is like in your like talking to you, obviously.
mhm,
And like the theory's been going around that like the being whatever's controlling Godfrey kind of has its own like will to live, its own like its own mind, its own subconscious. Yeah, it's kind of like a whole possession kind of deal.
mhm.
If you get where I'm coming from with this, um, it's interesting too because the guy from Bruno, right, from Voyage,
Yeah.
like how he was like shown as being controlled. You never hear a dark version of Bruno talking like when you're playing Nine. So it's just like, what's the deal with that?
I don't know. That's an interesting one.
Maybe he died during Voyage.
You think he died during Voyage? It could be. It could be. But then,
Uh,
when did the butler died?
I
Before
I,
You
Dead
know
of the
what?
Night.
If you actually think about it, look, the intro. Actually, I would have to Google it because I don't remember it clearly. The intro cutscene for the Dead of the Night, isn't it like the butler sees? Yeah, the butler is at the party, at the mansion party, and then everybody just starts turning into zombies. Correct? It's something like
well,
that.
that happens at one point, yeah.
So I feel like it has to do with like, because the same thing is with Voyage. The whole squad is in the Titanic, and then obviously we get the scene where the dude has the what's it called, the artifact, and blah blah blah, and then boom, all they start transforming into zombies. I feel like it has to do with that happening and them being strong, but half of their self are not strong enough. So it's like the zombie spirit kind of gets into them, but not fully. They're like hybrids. You know what I mean? I feel like
Oh,
that's what's going down because both the intro scenes are similar if you think about it. It's a party. The Titanic. It's a party. They're partying on the Titanic, the first biggest boat, cruise ship to take off. Blah blah blah. On the mansion, it's a party as well. And then the dude just does fuck. I forgot what it happened that triggered the zombies to start turning.
it it's not entirely clear. It's like if I had to guess, like it's not really shown, but if I had to guess, I think one of the cultists just activated the artifact off screen.
Gotcha. So I don't know if you guys see this. If you guys see what I'm trying to get here there, but I feel like it has to do something with like they are strong, including the butler, but like he has a weak side, and that's how the I guess his bad side gets in and controls him, and he does what he does at the end. And I think
You know,
Bruno will try and do that at some point. We'll see that. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see that happening at some point. Him trying to kill her, especially Scarlet, because she's the leader. She's the one who knows. I guess you could say other than the scientist, she's the one who knows the most because she's the daughter of the. I forgot the.
of Alistair.
Yeah, exactly that one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's interesting too because like you know how I'm sorry to get into comic. You don't mind if I get into comic spoilers
That's fine.
briefly,
Go
do
ahead.
you?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, you know how like in Bruno's issue, like he gets revived using like the prima materia or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
In Dead of the Night, there's actually a quote where God, like if it's Godfrey that has to be sacrificed on the wicker stand, he says a quote that's like, "Oh well, die again. Well, I've died before, so that kind of hints at the fact Godfrey was also revived using prima materia. Maybe that's what makes people susceptible to control by the Chaos Order. If you get like revived using like what their whole element 115 kind of, you know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll just have to see. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying the story.
I really am too. I'll like
I'm gonna
it's
pass
got
it.
me hooked.
I'm gonna pass the question because you just answered right now. I'm gonna pass it to Funbun. What do you think about the chaos story as of right now? Funbun, do you enjoy it, or would you have rather stay with the ether?
I have an unpopular opinion. I actually like the Chaos story more than the Ether story.
Okay, that's respectable. I respect that. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
there's.
I can too.
I'm pretty sure this. You're not the only one. I'm pretty sure there's a couple people who would say the same thing. I feel like it's just I don't know. I feel like people have that opinion because they're probably tired of the ether story and the fact that they keep dragging it. Um, I don't mind it. Again, I don't mind. I'm not tired of it. I don't mind it being on Black Ops 4, and I don't mind the chaos story either. But anyway, let's switch gears a little bit, and let's go back
Yep.
to what I wanted to get into. And I want to start with you, Quatchi, because you're a big fan just like me. The state of zombies, just zombies itself. What do you think it's at right now? What do you think is at like that right now? And what do you think should be done for it to get better? Or if it's good, if you think it's good, what do you think is good?
I personally, I think the state of zombies for Black Ops 4, and again, this is kind of like a big shock to a lot of people. The
Mm-hmm.
state of the community for zombies is pretty much at this, like, if not worse, it's at the state the zombies community was at during much of World War II's DLC season. It's like, it's like, it's functioning at a bare minimum. Like, it's, if and I'm gonna be honest too and say I think the only thing that's keeping Call of Duty alive at this point is Blackout, which is
I
surprising.
totally agree. I totally and even Blackout itself, it's kind of it's stale too. It's stale. The only thing they've added since its release is literally two guns and a boat. That is it. They haven't
Yeah.
fixed a lot of problems. Still, sound is a problem. I know the focus is zombies, but like, but I do agree with the blackout being the only thing that makes people still come back to the game and every once in a while hop on zombies. I do agree. I do agree. I feel like the zombies community again. I like that example you used with World War II. That is exactly how I feel. I feel like I want to play zombies, and I like the maps, but it's just like I don't feel like Black Ops 3, man. I don't feel like this rush of like, yeah, let's play Black Ops 3. I don't feel the rush to max like get to prestige level 1000. I don't feel it. I mean, I get excited when the double XPs do drop and I do hop on for a little bit, but I don't feel that pressure from before like I used to on Black Ops 3. What about you, Funbun?
Um, okay, I feel like it's replayable, but I don't think YouTubers and streamers are focusing on it that much. Like, for example, Voyage, it's got some stuff in it, not too many side Easter eggs, but it's kind of hard, and people usually don't like hard stuff. I mean, unless it's eggs. But did I cut out there? I feel like I cut out there.
No, you're good. Go on.
Anyway, Voyage is so underrated because I went into a public match today to search for Voyage lobbies. I didn't find one. It's
Really?
2019. This game is 3 months old, and I haven't found a Voyage lobby. That's how dead the zombies
Jesus.
community is right now.
Yeah. I mean, I could like. I mean, if you want me to go on, I could like. I could also like. I also have some ideas on like why that it can be a bit of a mystery too on why it is. I mean, like
I
zombies
like that pun.
functions just fine. I mean, it's just I don't know. It's if I had to guess, it's probably just the fact that Treyarch's not really doing as much for their game as Infinity Ward and even Sledgehammer did for their games. It's like Treyarch's kind of going on the only doing what they absolutely have to, and on top of that, there's a lot of stuff they're holding back because they've been playing maintenance for the past few months, trying to like make sure the game actually functions properly. Which, like, to be fair, ever since like Dead of the Night and everything, the blue screens have been so much less common. My God, I've yet to blue screen playing Dead of the Night.
Well, I have I have blue screen, but it was going high rounds. It didn't have to do with Easter eggs, but
What round? Out of curiosity.
93. Yeah, 93.
That's not too bad though. I mean, I've seen people blue screen in like the 60s.
Yeah. Well, look, I feel like the problem is that the bar has been raised by many other games.
It really has.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to mention it, but Fortnite, even though it has nothing to do with zombies, has raised the bar for everything. For every other game that is yet to come out, Fortnite has raised the bar way too high, and a lot of these companies don't even know how to approach it, how to do it, and it's gonna take them a little bit. It's gonna take them at least Treyarch is not doing. They're not doing their best, but they're not doing horrible. And Fortnite is dropping new stuff every 2 weeks into the game. Either new guns, and new challenges, new. I don't know. They have new things every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, there's something new, and that is what people has come to expect now from what we call AAA games like Call of Duty and from Treyarch Studios. And to me, that's just like the game. I don't see anything. Obviously, there's wrong. Like there's things that are wrong with the game that I want to be fixed. That I want to be changed. But if you actually think about it, there isn't anything wrong. It's just that our expectations have been they're high because we want our game, we want our game genre to be as good and as popular and as entertaining as all these other games that are coming out are. And it's unfortunate because we are all fucking zombies die hard, and we want
Yeah,
to see more people playing it. We want to see the community rave about it like we used to back on Black Ops 3, back on Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1.
I miss those days.
Even Infinite Warfare, man. I had a lot of fun with Infinite Warfare. I know you had a lot of fun with it. I know Funbun had a lot of fun with it too. Um,
You
so
know what?
I just think the
Even
expectations were are high. The expectations are high,
yeah.
and Treyarch just needs to just pick up their pace. Pick up their. I know they're trying. They're like I said, the game is not horrible. It's just they need to pick up their pace in every single way. Zombies mode, blackout, and even multiplayer. Multiplayer is getting new game modes, and actually let's talk about that now. Let's talk about this new update. This new update coming up this Tuesday coming up. I am actually excited about it. I want to play the game mode. I like what I've read. I've liked what I've heard. I like what I've seen. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited for it, or are you guys like, eh? Are you guys gonna give it a try? What do you guys think? If you guys have even heard it.
Yeah, I'm
I
excited
yeah. Uh,
because oh, you go first. This
okay. I I'm gonna I'm gonna be fair. Like I'm not expecting anything like amazing or something that'll like revive the zombies community and just like bring it permanently back. But
Mm-hmm.
I am excited that we're finally like getting something more to zombies. And on top of that, there's a new mega elixir which I'm oh man, I'm aching to see what that ends up being.
Is that only one, or like do we not know?
3 of them, 3 epics.
Free epics,
Oh,
yeah.
I haven't read any of those. Do we know names, or we just know that there's gonna be?
We just know there's gonna be 3 epics, no
Okay,
names.
No names yet, no.
okay, that's
But
good.
yeah, it's still exciting though. I mean, we're getting something.
I am excited because I get to finally use my 6,000 freaking Neville and plasma. Jesus Christ! Um,
I,
and
I
that's
used mine
that's that's
already.
that's gonna be a video in my channel, so you guys stay tuned. Those out there listening. Um, and
Oh
I
man.
am excited. I'm excited. I want to play a new game mode. I want to see my friends. You guys know my regular squad is EK Tank. Obviously, Quatchi is always there, available. He's always down to play with me. But I want to see my old squad come back. I've lost my squad. I don't even have Dabo, who's like one of my best friends playing the game, which is crazy. Um, so I hope Call of Duty brings it back. I hope Treyarch brings it back. and I hope Infinity Ward, which is our next game, I hope you guys are taking notes.
Yeah.
Start prepping for all the multiplayer. Start prepping especially for all the zombies, because we will be expecting even more from you guys. Um, let's talk about the game mode. Let's talk about what we know about the game mode. So for those of you listening out there that don't know, the game mode is called Gauntlet, and from what I've heard, it's a mixture of Rush slash, I guess you can say, even Chaos mode from freaking what's it called, Call of Duty Ghost Extinction.
I was Modern Warfare 3. It was Spec Ops,
Oh yeah,
or well,
yeah, yeah,
survival mode or
yeah.
whatever.
Even
Yeah.
yeah, special ops from Modern Warfare 3. That's a good observation. Uh, it's something like that, and it has, you get three rankings. I guess you could say like you get three rankings. I think it's a silver, no, bronze, silver, and then a gold. Is it a medal? You could call it. Is it a medal?
Yeah, it's a
Something
medal.
like. Oh, it's a medal.
I don't know how will those be displayed for other people, because from what I've read from Charlie Intel, pardon me, I had a burp. From what I read from Charlie Intel, um, there's supposed to be, like, you do gain extra XP and extra Nebula Plasma when you do complete it without messing up any of the challenges. And apparently you obviously you get bragging rights, but how will they be displayed? Will they be displayed on like a clan tag, or like would your name have a little mark? Would you get a, I don't know, like how would it be displayed? Because right now the only leaderboards we can see, it's literally the people on your friends list. Their kills, their doors open, their revives, their downs, their headshots, and that's it. So how is that gonna work out? Um, so that's something to look up forward to. Um, So yeah, I mean, I'm kind of I'm excited. I'm a little bit excited. I'm mainly excited about the double XP, to be honest. I want to get to. I'm hoping to get to level 400. During that week, I'm pretty sure I'm
I've
gonna
been
get.
slacking. I'm only like Prestige 7, Prestige 8. Yeah, I'm Prestige 8 actually. But I will be honest, like at least in terms of 10 prestiges, you level up ridiculously fast in Black Ops 4
Hmm. So
zombies. I've noticed that.
I hope to. I want to get to 400. I'm 200 right now. I'm hoping to do at least 100 levels every 2 days, which is what I did with this previous double. Actually, I didn't do it like that. I was kind of lazy with this last double XP. I did the 200. I did the 100 in 2 days. But I'm hoping to do, yeah, at least 100 every 2 days, since we have 4 days of double XP. Um, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna go as hard on the new game mode because I want to enjoy the double XP. I'm gonna give it a try, and if I don't see any good results XP wise for myself to level up quick, I'm not gonna play it until the double XP goes off, and then I'm gonna go hard on it, understand it, see the mechanics, and learn strategies. And of course, I would love to play with you, Quachi. So we can figure out strategies and stuff like that.
You know,
Yo.
if we do end up playing zombies on something together gaming, something I've been meaning to do, like I've been trying to do this, but I need a good team. Been like trying like um maybe I could talk to you about it after the stream, but I can talk to you more about it after the stream. But I don't know. I was just thinking about trying like some of the difficulty modes for Easter eggs, like hardcore, realistic stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, we already did hardcore on nine.
On 9, but yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. I mean, it's nice just to add to your stats like completions for that Easter egg on hardcore, realistic, normal. Don't know why they have one for casual because I don't think the steps work in casual.
So something that just popped up right now. It's not something I have preset. It's like Nebulum Plasma. What do we know about it? We know. I don't know. Like at least I haven't heard or read anything about Nebulum Plasma. Where does it come from? With Black Ops 3, we know where what was it called on Black Ops 3? Um,
Liquid Divinium,
Liquid
Dr.
Divinium.
Monty's factory.
Exactly. We knew it came from the Dr. Monty's factory, but and we knew who Dr. Montes was. Obviously, it took us a little bit to learn about him. Took us a couple maps, but Nebulum Plasma, I know very little about him. I know very little, and I'm excited to know where it comes from. What is actually, if that's a new, if that's a new liquid. What was the element 115? Um,
Prima Materia.
yeah, if that's a new, yeah, primo material. I guess you could say that's a new element. Um, so yeah, I don't know if you guys. I can't think of anything right now. I don't have anything else written
You
down
know,
that we
I
can talk about.
gotta like, if I may interject, something that has been driving me crazy. Like it's just at least for me, it's been a bit of a whole elephant in the room
Hmm.
regarding that fucking. So you know how the chaos story and the ether story are completely different, supposedly, right? Like they're completely unrelated.
Yes.
They both operate under the same elixir basis.
Yeah.
How does that work?
I don't know, but
Land talking.
I guess it would have been. I mean, if the game was super buggy when it dropped, imagine if it had to separate elixirs, gumballs, and elixirs just for a certain
Oh
map. It would
god.
have been even worse. So I think they just had to do some sacrifices, and just mix
Yeah.
them in.
I'm I'm sure there's a way it somehow makes sense, but again, it's just one of those things that just like bugs me. But it's I guess it's not too big of a deal. It's like it's an elixir system. It's
Yeah, to me it doesn't bother me. We do have different special weapons, so and we got some classics. We got I guess you can say the good old flamethrower, whoever even uses that.
I've never used it before
we got
ever.
we got the gravity spikes, which I
I
was
love those
using them a
things.
lot when the game first dropped, but now I've just become a fan of the katana, man. I love it.
Yeah. What about the
Um,
death machine?
the death machine, I was also using it a lot because myself, I'm a freaking headshot freak, so I was using that for headshots. But I feel like they nerfed it, so I stopped using it. I like it's been a while since I've touched it, so there is that. I do like how like each special weapon has three upgrades, which we didn't see that on Black Ops 3 last year. I mean, on Black Ops 3, sorry. Um, and I like how they have different abilities. For example, the sword has the launch forward with the level 2, and then once you're level 3, you can be invisible. With the death machine, it's a nuke. I like that you can throw the nuke. And it's for level 2. It's what is level 2? I think level 2 is just simply more accurate. It has less recoil. No, it's a grenade launcher. Never mind. Anyway, let's not talk. Let's not even matter. Um,
Uh,
Go ahead.
and I mean I hope you don't mind at that point. I get into the weapons and the chaos story too, like the Viper Dragon, the Chakrams, the Scepter.
Yeah,
Might as well.
I like the
um,
I like the scepter aura. I like the fact that I can revive people with it. I feel like that was
and keeping their perks.
yeah yeah. I feel like
That's
that
an
was
added
very well
bonus.
needed, especially for boss fights. Um,
It's gonna be
the
the go-to specialist for any boss fights in the future in the chaos story.
yeah
I
yeah.
just know it. The other ones are fun too. Like I haven't really used it, but I've heard the hammer's like super powerful against like anything.
Dude, I don't even
Um,
think I've ever used a hammer, bro. I'm not even kidding. I don't think I've ever used it. So I don't even know what it's all about.
um, I used the Viper and Dragon a bit at launch. It wasn't horrible. Wasn't as like amazing, like godly as I expected it to be initially, especially from some of the trailers. But it was enjoyable to use.
Yeah, if I mean,
Mainly,
mhm.
if I haven't been using the Scepter, I've been using the Chakrams because the Chakrams are also kind of fun.
I feel like out of chaos and ether, like there's only one real OP freaking special weapon from chaos, in my opinion, is the chakrams. From ether is the katana. Because like I said, the freaking death machine gun. They first of all they've nerfed it, and it just becomes weak after like around 65, 60s. Around the 60s. The what else? The G spikes. They just run out really quick, and eh, that's how I feel about them. The flamethrower, come on, like I don't even have to talk about
Oh my god.
it.
There's a reason I haven't used it.
The from the chaos, what's it called, the scepter of Ra.
Yeah, the
It's
Scepter.
not OP. It's not a good as a weapon. It is not a good weapon. It slows down the zombies, which is okay. It's cool.
But it doesn't kill them.
Exactly. It doesn't kill them. the thing that makes it OP is the fact that you can revive people, and you can even revive yourself if you actually manage to level up to level 3 and place it down. So there is that. Obviously the chakrams is the OP thing when it comes to chaos.
Yeah, and plus you move like if you have stamina up as your modifier and you use chakrams, it's even more ridiculous. You move at like lightning speed.
Yeah. So now I wanna shift the conversation a little bit, get some speculations from all of you. I wanna hear a little bit more of Funbun. Um, what do you guys hope for DLC two? Let's start with Funbun.
All right, so DLC 2. What am I saying?
What do you hope for?
What do you hope for? Like, what are you looking forward to? What do they hope they don't mess up? Um,
If they are going to go with like Nuketown, I hope Transit's in it too. Like, I know it sounds strange, but since all these leaks are saying that Nuketown will be DLC 2, if Transit and Nuketown are connected, Transit should be upgraded. Like, they should do stuff with Transit and like put it in DLC 2 if it is going to be with Nuketown.
gotcha.
I've heard the DLC even though I've heard a lot of people say DLC 2 is going to be Nuketown, I'm personally going to be like that rare exception that guesses it'll probably be another Chaos map. I hope it's something good. Like I want something that I didn't mind Dead of a Night. Like it definitely filled in some gaps as Treyarch said and everything, and it proved to be an enjoyable, like have an enjoyable story to it, enjoyable theme vibe. But I'd like something that kind of I'd like a chaos map that advances the story after 9, because the point in which the chaos story has been currently left at is our characters in 9 are seemingly dead, even though we know they're not. But I mean, what happens after that? Like, what are the repercussions for doing the trial in 9? I just I want answers to that for the next DLC. That's what I want. I
Well, I'm gonna talk about me now. I'm gonna talk, my opinion. I am looking for an actual hunt.
I'm with you there.
Hopefully nothing slips out of the cracks. Hopefully, I don't know. I wanna have fun. I wanna like, I don't know. I just wanna have fun. I wanna like the map. I like the map for. I want the map to be to give me a similar feeling to Dead of the Night, where I like the map. It's not a stupidly confusing map. It's not I guess I want it to be different, like Dead of the Night. I don't think we've ever had a map that's just a mansion. So I liked it. I guess like you could say the castle on the Eisendrach, but it was different. It's a different feel, it's a different take. We have the forest implemented in this one. We have the lovely vampire motherfuckers. We have
We were really fucking annoying. God.
we have the werewolves.
God.
I thought that was cool. They're annoying, but I mean, it's a little challenge, little knock in the back of the head to get you peeking back and not let you fall asleep while playing. You can't fall asleep.
Yeah,
I'm expecting at least 4 different wonder weapons. Just different wonder weapons for each player, and I want them to be good. I want them to be good, actually good. Um, what else? I'm expecting a good Easter egg steps, like puzzles, like something that it takes that it would take me a minute or two to figure out each game. That it's different each game. That it's not the same thing every game. I want it to be different each game. What
Can
else?
I add something?
Go ahead. Yeah.
I want, like, going off of what you said there about a good Easter egg. I think it'd also be nice to have like a good boss fight. Like, I'm sure you've noticed in COD Zombies Easter egg hunts, we very rarely have a boss fight where it's like, oh, nobody can do this boss fight. It's so hard. Like, only a handful of Easter eggs have ever pulled off a boss fight like that. I want another boss fight like that. I want more boss fights like Voyage, Spaceland, or Mephistopheles, Attack, Garrod, Der Eisendrache. Like, those were challenging boss fights at the time.
Yeah, I agree. I do want a challenging boss fight. I think if they want to be fair and not make it super challenging, at least I guess it'll still be challenging. Put an Easter egg, but like that is actually part of the main Easter egg that you have to do while you are in the actual boss arena. That you have to figure out. It's a puzzle that you have to get done while you're in the arena. And I guess the puzzle will unlock the weapon or something that will allow you to beat the boss. I want again. I just want to be challenged each time I play the game. I don't want to feel like every game is gonna be the same thing, the same Morse code, the same spins for the for the world for the planet thing. I don't want it. I don't want it to be the same. I want it to be different each game. I want a good puzzle. I like the Atlas puzzle, but like I said, I have already a key on how to I, like it's easy for me. Like literally in less than a minute, I can already get that set up. But I did like it. I liked it. I felt like it was different. So yeah, I want to get again. I want to get puzzled. I want a good boss fight. I want a good map. I want good wonder weapons. I want to feel like I'm holding something that can protect me and that I feel safe with and that I know it's strong. I don't want them to get nerfed if they're actually strong, unless they're stupid strong, obviously. But I don't want them get nerfed to the point where I'm like, okay, there's no point of me even trying for high rounds. There's no point for me even trying to get the wonder weapon. I might as well just pull out my Hades and go on with it. Um, and I don't want to depend on elixirs. You guys know I don't use elixirs, so
Yeah,
I don't
not
want to
megas.
I don't want to feel like I need to depend on them. I don't want to feel like I need to get me grind Nebula and Plasma to get elixirs and use them. So that's my main thing. We know we're getting new elixirs in this Tuesday. We want to get keep seeing more, better, and new ones, and I want at least everyone to get a chance to get them, to not be stupid rare, and to you know give a chance to everybody to get them and get multiple of them. Um, what else do I want to see? Story. I want to understand more the story. I want to get more drawn into the story, like the Ether story has done to the community. Um, and what else? I want to get scared.
Oh yeah, more jump scares.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I get what you mean. Like creepy vibes, like Mob of the Dead,
Mhm.
Baruch, Blood of the Dead, Zetsubo, I guess to an extent.
Yeah, I guess you could say.
I think the bugginess kind of ruined the scare factor for that map at first, but it definitely had its disturbing vibes.
So, what about you, Funbun? What is the main thing you want to see in their next upcoming map?
Something I'd personally like to see for the next map, probably classic talisman.
Classic Talisman. Okay. You know what? I didn't think of that. That's actually good. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
like what I was thinking is, since talismans stay permanent for the whole game,
Mm.
I was thinking of four. One of them would be starting the game with 1,000 points instead of 500. One would be starting with the game with like a shield that's one hit away from breaking. Another one could be like when you activate the power, you get like a double points or something. And I forgot the other one. Let me get back to you on that.
Okay. So, this just popped up in my head because of what he just mentioned with the talismans. Um, I'm going back to the new game mode. From what I read, and I'm excited for, and at the same time, I'm kind of disappointed that they're still doing this. And I feel, I mean, they said that the first time you complete the challenges perfectly for the gauntlet game mode, you will be rewarded with I guess extra XP or extra something. It's just gonna be doubly rewarded. I am kind of disappointed to the fact that it just says the first time you complete it, you will be rewarded with this. So that means that once you do it one time, does that mean that once you do it one time and you complete it one time perfectly, will you not be rewarded as greatly as in the first time? Or I'm hoping they walk away from those old ways, because a lot of times doing the Easter egg, I feel like it is unrewarding, especially because the game ends. We don't get all the perks. We don't get a perkaholic. You barely get any XP. you don't get anything special. Like you don't get anything that lets people know in the lobby, hey, I fucking did the Easter egg. So I want to be rewarded every time I do the challenges. I want to be rewarded every time I do the Easter eggs, and I want it to be public for people to know I did the Easter egg. And I'm a side off with you, Quachi. I want to be what's the word? What's the word they use in the article? They use I want to be able to brag about if I did the Easter egg on hardcore or realistic. It should be
Oh
known
yeah.
in some way or other. Like,
So
and
like
I don't want it
boasting.
exactly. I don't want no stupid calling card. Yes, they're cool. If they want to add them in, cool. And we get those all the time. Nobody gives a shit about them if you actually think about it. But I want to get something that will make people ask you, how did you get that? How do you do that? And I want something like that. I really want it because I want to grind. You know. Um. And yeah, that's basically my 2 cents when it comes to the new game mode. Again, I sorry I went back on it, but it just popped up in my mind. And yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, I got something.
Go ahead.
Okay, this is like one of my favorite side Easter eggs in all of Call of Duty Zombies. So do you remember the toilet Easter egg from Attack of the Radioactive Thing?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, that Easter egg.
The one where you give the pig fat to the zombie head. You only get one chance to do it, and you get a calling card for it.
yeah.
That's like what I think of as a side Easter egg because like it's simple, fun to do the first time, gives you a slight reward for doing it. I mean,
And
the calling card was okay, not
and
like an animated one like the other ones, but yeah.
and it's odd. It's like who the hell would have thought of just putting fucking a pig's fucking skin into the fucking toilet? Like the fuck?
I could have been first in the world for that, but I just didn't solve it.
You know,
You know,
I like those. I like that. I like the oddity. I guess if that's even a word. I like how odd it is. I appreciate weird shit like that. I like it. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously,
like
we want it to make some
go
sense,
ahead.
but when it comes to stuff like that, let it be odd. Let it be like, what the hell? Let's laugh about it. Like, dude, just go ahead and press square on the toilet. Let's see what happens.
I think my favorite, like, I'm trying to think of like a favorite side Easter egg I have in each game. In Black Ops 3, it would probably be the Arnie's Easter egg in Shadows with
I
the
love that
fucking
one.
upgrades.
That concert was
Oh,
awesome.
I do too. Yeah. Infinite Warfare. I'm sorry, Fun. I'm gonna have to disagree with you and say the Billionaire's Treasure Hunt was probably my favorite.
That
Yes.
one was also great. I
Yeah.
don't.
It
Yeah,
Which
was
one
kind
was
of
the
a
Billion Treasure
you're
Hunt?
good.
but where you could like you kind it's kind of like playing you're kind of playing detective like you go to one location like you follow he like the guy gives you a clue in like infinity ward language
Hmm.
and then you use that clue to find the next location and you just kind of go on it as a scavenger hunt and you get to like the last well not scavenger hunt more of a detective kind of you're playing detective and there are two of them in particular. One of them is like you can only access it like at nighttime or like a certain time of night, and the other one you had to wait until a certain day to be able to do it, and you get a nice calling card for it, and you get a hilarious picture too and everything. Wasn't crazy, but it was a side Easter egg, so it was nice that they did it at least.
I really like from Infinite Warfare. I really like the one that you had to wait till midnight. I really like that, and I hope they do
That was the
something.
Billionaire's Treasure Hunt.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
I didn't know.
yeah.
I didn't know them by name. I really like that, and I hope Treyarch takes note because this is something I've been saying. I think I even mentioned it on the previous podcast. They need to do live events. Fortnite is a great example on why they need to do live events. Not
like
only
in
on
Blackout.
blackout zombies wherever they need to do it, brother. Because if they imagine you being in a game and out of nowhere this thing happens in the map that doesn't usually happen. It's only gonna happen one time. Once you upload that, everybody's gonna be uploading that. It's gonna make people wanna know when is the next live event happening. Even though it's not a DLC, it's not as exciting as a DLC. It's still exciting because it could be a hint to the next map. It could be that's how it is on Fortnite. It's a hint to how the map is gonna change. It could be a hint onto the story. I think that's something they need to do. Implement live events where people, while they're in their random games with their three teammates, four teammates, two teammates, or solo, this random thing happens, and it just pushes people to play the game to see when it's happening. How do we know when the next live event comes up? And yeah, and I would go as far as to say they should put some kind. I guess I don't know if you guys might or might not agree. Some kind of battle pass for the zombies because most of the people who bought the game
I like that.
bought the game for zombies. Something that also pushes us to get things out of the battle pass for zombies, other than fucking
You
watch
know,
parties.
something that fucking pissed me off. They had a version of Black Ops 4 Treyarch and Activision where you'd only get the multiplayer and Blackout at a cheaper price. The fact they were just like ruling
That was
out
the battle
zombies like
edition for PC,
yeah,
right?
I know, but like the fact they were ruling out zombies like that in the PC edition was still kind of like what the fuck. It's like zombies is supposed to be like one of Treyarch's prized treasures. And yes, I get that PC is more multiplayer and battle royale kind of deal, but I don't know. It's just like
Yeah.
You know, going on with all these conversations, I do have some ideas that they can do to like improve zombies and blackout and stuff like that. So what were you saying about live events? I was thinking, what if, for example, like all mystery boxes in the blackout world go red, spark up lights, and then the Blightfather spawn in, and then they create with their vomit like some sort of new point of interest.
Yeah, yeah, that's that. I guess for blackout that would be cool. But I would love again. I would love to see it in zombies. They can do it. Several all the games, especially Fortnite, have proved it. Even in their zombies mode on Fortnite, their Save the World, they've done live events. This is not as popular, obviously, as
Yeah,
Battle Royale.
they do have like a celebrate the new year type of event where you can just go into a mission and like launch fireworks.
So I imagine being in a game, you're round 30, just chilling with the homies, and I don't know where it just on your screen just says round zero, no zombies spawn in, and the screen goes white or goes black, and then you get some kind of audio log, and then when you come back, the map is not fully changed, but like just something simple like snow, a map that is not snowy randomly is snowy, or a
Like
section,
Voyage?
yeah, like Voyage, or I don't know, like Mob of the Dead areas that are usually closed or that are not even accessible for that brief or for that one game you're in, they are accessible, and there is something in there that might lead to what might happen down the storyline. In it, you only get to see that during that brief time. After that, you cannot access the place at all. You know
That's actually quite a good idea. Like,
exactly.
what if like once it goes to round zero, you have to look around, find the new areas, and then
Exactly.
inside you can pick up double XP tokens. Like, do you remember Infinite Warfare when they added double XP tokens as supply drops, and you could double your
Yeah.
XP after a multiplayer
Yeah.
game?
There's so many things
Yeah,
that
they
you
should
can
do that
do.
for like zombies. So where like you play a long game, then you can just double your
mhm.
XP at the end of.
Yeah. I want to see a
I
live
mean,
event. I want to see while I'm in the game something that
it'll be fun and rewarding. That's
yeah.
for sure.
But it's just I mean I guess as a developer standpoint, it is not as easy as it sounds, but it's not impossible. We're seeing it.
Yeah.
We're seeing it in several other games, and we will continue to see it. And yeah,
You
especially
know,
especially Call of Duty, a AAA game.
yeah.
It should not even be a problem.
I mean, in the state that Treyarch's in, they could make a comeback. Like, I mean, Infinite Warfare, as much as I love the game, it was kind of in a similar, like, kind of like dead state for a bit, and then like Infinity Ward blew everyone's minds away with Director's Cut, and everyone was just in love with it. It was great.
I loved
I
Infinity
mean, it
Ward.
rewarded the fans for what they did. They did
Oh yeah,
long
no, it was
Easter eggs,
great.
and
It's
at the
something
end of it,
Treyarch.
they got an awesome reward, a boss fight, and a new character.
Yeah,
How better could it be?
and a new and play on director's cut, which
Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome,
that was so
awesome.
fucking great, and you could brag about it. Cause you would join in a game, you'd be the only one with 100,000 points. I don't remember exactly the amount. I'm just guessing.
25
25,000.
grand.
So everybody be like, "How the hell did you do that?" Oh,
You
I did all the Easter eggs and all, and I beat the devil.
Oh yeah, you could even brag
Yeah,
about beating the devil
that
too.
that's fun.
you know,
I got
Oh
some
my
ideas
god.
for if Treyarch does their own version of director's cut.
that was dope.
Oh,
Infinity War did so many great things. Obviously, they did so many horror like shitty things. Another thing they did great, the traps. Every map had their own traps. You can craft your own traps.
it had their own versions too. Like it was stuff that suited the map.
Yeah,
It
My
suited the
favorite was
time
Mind
period.
Control one.
Oh yeah, that one was. What was your I'm debating what the best dancing trap was. The one like the one in
Zombies in
Shaolin.
Spaceland, no doubt.
boombox.
Oh yeah, the fucking disco trap.
Yeah, that one.
Oh my god.
But
Okay, but going back onto the topic of director's cut, what if they did a thing where there was like two separate director's cuts in Treyarch, one for the Chaos story and one for the Ether story, so
I'm
that way you
down.
wouldn't have to complete every single map.
I'm down. As long as
And at the end,
I get something rewarding that actually I can brag about, that people can see, that it interacts with my gameplay. Like when I go
so
into a
like
game,
new whimsical elixirs or something,
repeat that again.
like for completing director's cut, you get like new whimsical elixirs or something.
I don't care about whimsical.
Like your character goes to last gen version or something.
Oh my god. That
No,
that might be.
I want something that actually that is visual, like I guess we're tired of seeing it, but I guess like the characters, like new characters or like skins for the character. And I want something that when I go into the games, like director cut, it changes the way the game goes. Obviously, I want to be able to flip it on and off like you can with director's cut. Um, so yeah, I just want both. I want those two factors in. If we do get a director's cut, I want something that it fuck it. I don't know. Like I don't know if you guys understand. Whatever.
I have some ideas if you guys would like me to share them.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Number one, for completing each director's cut, like Chaos Story and Ether Story, you get another slot for like concoctions in the laboratory for nebulae and plasma. So like instead of having three elixirs after like a spin, you get 4 or 5 depending on how many director's cuts you completed.
Okay.
Another one could be like, you know how in the Torture Path you got engineer parts for your guns? Yeah, do something like that where guns give more XP and um, killing like 100 zombies or something gives you an extra nebulae and plasma, like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
The way I see it right now, you can't get elixirs at a fast rate, and I am not gonna have a fun time getting those new elixirs next week. I haven't even used Join the Party yet. I think 80% of these elixirs I haven't used yet, besides like immolation and
I
maybe a
mean,
common
they're
one.
not crazy. They're not like stupid overpowered where people are dependent on them like in BO3. Which honestly, I can appreciate. I mean, if there's something in zombies you genuinely struggle with, and like you want to make the experience a little easier for yourself, the elixirs are there, but you don't have to use them. And plus, a lot of people you're not. There's nothing like perkaholic or shopping free. It just completely breaks the game either. So.
I like the way Infinite Warfare did it with like Coupon Clipper. That was nice.
Yeah. No, like honestly, they did it best with their fucking consumable system. I still love the Fate and Fortune card system to this day. Nothing was nothing was broken. Nothing was. Granted, there were a couple cards that seemed pointless at the time, but nothing was too bad.
Like the headshot cards.
Oh yeah, headshot, the barrier, all that shit.
I think ammo crate's pretty good. You know, they can make an elixir based off of ammo crate where you get ammo as well as special meter charge.
Maybe. I mean,
That could be
hope
epic.
for the future. Be optimistic.
What if they add it next week?
Oh my god. I try not to think too far ahead.
Oh,
don't want to.
Last thing about the director's cut thing. a great reward for each like story could be another special weapon,
Not a bad idea.
or better
Hey,
yet, being able to use all 4 special weapons, like how that Voyager's Spare Side Easter egg is, and you can just change them out.
anyway, go ahead, gaming. Sorry, we've been taking over the podcast here for the past couple
no,
minutes.
that's fine. That's fine. I'm just, I don't know. I feel like again, we're passionate. At least I'm gonna go by me. I'm very passionate about the the zombies. I love zombies. Zombies has brought a lot of joy into my life. Um, and I don't know. I just want to see it. I just want to see it go back to how it was on Black Ops 3. I want to feel that same drive. And
They could do it.
I know a way
Treyarch
they
could
could do it.
definitely do it. It could make a comeback. I try to be like I try to be optimistic on that. I mean, yes, things have gone wrong with BO4. Yeah, it's a bit of a it's been a bit of a disaster, at least with the community and everything, with a lot of people jumping ship and everything. But I mean, it could change. I
You want to know
I
a way
just
they could fix it?
go ahead.
Okay, they should do like a feedback board where like maybe next to the armory, just before like the public match screen, you can click on feedback, and then you could add like a suggestion that they could do, like slightly boost Niggly and Plasma or add a new game mode or something like that. And then they take suggestions from the community. I mean, it doesn't have to be that simple, but like they can just take suggestions and implement some of them into the game, and then people would try and get their suggestions in and maybe be happy about it for once.
I mean, the gist of all of it is they got to be more active and involved with their community. They can't just sideline themselves or isolate themselves like they used to. It's just it just won't do it anymore.
Do you think they'll ever add new perks?
oh, that's actually a very good question. I want to see new perks. I want to see new perks.
Yeah.
The perks that are in this game.
They should do perk ideas where what I just suggested next to the public match screen, you can suggest a perk idea. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
I even a new gun. Like BO3 never did a new gun. Well,
Can they do
at least
change choose, please?
oh my god.
and even in this game, they haven't done a new gun for freaking zombies. Like even for Blackout, yeah. For multiplayer, yeah. But again, we're going back to the same habits from fucking Black Ops 3. All the new weapons, multiplayer, and I guess Blackout now, and zombies. Oh, 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 oh. We're not putting it there. I don't know. Like I don't know. I think I don't know. I'm sorry, I didn't have the mic close to myself. I think what there is to be that they can do, and I guess they won't be able to do it on this Call of Duty, to attract the community back and keep the hype and completely reinvent zombies would be an open map, an open world zombies, where you are in a world of zombies. Each section of the map is different. You have quests to do in each section of the map. And
Like the soldier from Infinite Warfare?
I don't know, like whatever. It's just like a map the size of freaking GTA 5. Well, bigger, obviously, because it's got to be open world where there's 10 people, I guess you can say, or no, not 10, but let's make it 12. 12 people in the match, and there's 12 people in this map. It has to go by servers because it's going to be huge. And each section has their own boss fight and their own freaking challenges that you need to complete. And it's infinite amounts of fucking zombies coming in. It won't be like super hectic. It doesn't have to be super hectic, but they just need to constantly be coming in. You don't have a break to just stand still and and let loose. You have to keep moving. You have to keep progressing. The rounds, it's not round based. They just keep coming in. They don't get harder, but they're not easy either. And once you trigger the boss fight, you know it's gonna get hard. There is when it's gonna get crazy, and you're locked into this room. And while you're doing the boss fight, nobody can go into that section. Anybody else that's in the server cannot go into that section and mess you up. They can't. You can't even approach it. They can't trigger any other boss fights. That way, the server is not laggy, and they just have to wait until we're done. and like that. I think that's the only thing. It's just an idea. It's not perfect. It's not, it's just something they could start thinking about, and that I want to express that I would love to see for a next Call of Duty. Obviously, they cannot do this right now. They could, but I'm pretty sure Treyarch is not gonna let them waste their money on that right now. Activision, sorry.
I hate
Um,
Activision.
Who doesn't?
Oh, gaming. I was gonna ask you,
mhm.
would this world be bigger or smaller than Blackout?
It would be bigger, man. I'm telling you, it has to be bigger. I don't know if you've ever actually. I'm gonna give you an example right now. Funbun, you probably have never heard of this game. It's actually new. It's recently dropped. It's called Atlas. It's like a pirate game.
Is it like Starlight Battlefield Atlas or a different kind of Atlas?
No, it's not a first person shoot. It is a first person game, but it's not a first. It's not a shooter game. It's basically a pirate ship game. It is enormous. It is enormous. It takes several servers to run the whole world of Atlas. I'm not even. I paid to host just a little chunk of the server, and it only spawned in three little islands. That's it. And it was like $15 for just those three islands. To have the whole world of Atlas, it is like $300-$400 plus to have the servers running, and you could be hours and hours and hours in the sea of Atlas to get to the other side, to the north side of the world, to the south side of the world. And I am not exaggerating. You can look it up. You're gonna be watching footage for 3 hours until they get to the south side of the world, of the Atlas world. That is something
Jesus.
I want to see. That would be
So like
amazing.
Minecraft?
I guess you can
Be like
say.
even bigger.
I,
Like the
I
like
Atlas,
God.
I could say it is bigger than Minecraft. It's a pirate game, and it is a shooting game, but it's like it is a pirate ship against pirate ship, and there are bosses around the map, which is, I guess you could, you know there is similar. It is possible. What I'm trying to say, it is possible. Um, with Atlas, there are like what they call, what are they called? I don't even know that. I think they're called mutations that are in the map, and you have to battle them because they'll aggro you, and want it or not, they're gonna try and blow up your freaking pirate ship, and you have to fight them back even though you don't want to. And I'm not gonna go into in depth because a lot of it does should not belong into Call of Duty. But my point is, a map that big, that you can fit more than four people. I'm tired of the four people, and yeah, something different, completely different.
Okay.
That's my point.
You know,
Based off of what Sorry, Kachi, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, just for a size comparison here. Okay, what's the biggest zombies map we've had in COD history?
The
Would it be Revelations, Origins? What would it be?
Transit.
I don't actually, I don't even know. I don't even think Transit was that. I think Transit was big for that era, for that time stamp. Because I feel like if you go back to Transit right now, I don't think Transit is that big compared to the Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4 maps. And also, what made Transit feel so big was one, the fog, two, if you compare the sprinting speed in Black Ops 2 with the sprinting speed in Black Ops 3, we were a lot slower on Black Ops 2 than we are right now on Black Ops 4, you can say. Dude, there is a huge bug on my monitor right now, and that shit is crazy, man. I don't even know what this bug is. Oh my, I gotta take a picture of this, man.
It's probably a
Whoa.
living form of all the blue screens we've ever had in Zombie.
Oh my
Hold on.
God.
I'm not even kidding. I'm gonna
Oh my
post it in
God.
the chat. Like, this is live right now, guys. Like,
Jesus
Jesus Christ.
Christ.
Oh my
Well,
God,
well,
it's scary as hell, guys.
will we shit our pants
Oh
seeing this?
my God, bro. Look, I'm gonna put it right now in the chat. You guys be the judge of this, bro. I'm gonna shit my pants when I saw that.
Imagine if he posted a picture of Jason London.
No, 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 no. Wait, where's the chat? Hold on. Ah, where's the chat? Why can't I find it? Oh, here it is. Oh my God,
Oh God.
that scared
Okay,
me.
while we're waiting for gaming's bug,
Mhm.
Kawachi, do you have any ideas that could improve zombies? Holy crap!
So my monitor, bro. What?
Ah,
And it's just walking around like, hey, what's up, man? I don't even know where it came from. Like,
am I lucky that's not rendered in for me?
hold on, I'm gonna mute my mic real quick. You guys keep talking. I'm gonna figure out how to get rid of this bug. I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead with your question, Fun.
Okay, before I ask my question, we should just like go into a blackout custom game and just walk around while talking about this stuff.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Ask your question.
Fine. How do you think zombies and Black Ops 4 itself could be improved right now?
I think by putting in what they promised, and just being like adding more to the game, like giving people more reason to play the game, and being more active with the community. I think those are the two key things that Treyarch needs to focus on. If you're thinking on a broad scale here.
Okay. Personally, they should add in some minuscule features and then some big features like factions, nebulae and plasma gifting, where you can gift it to your friends like a certain amount, and you can only gift like once every like 4 hours. They should add in Newton's cookbook, but like a revised version. I don't even remember what the stuff in Newton's cookbook that you used to make stuff was called. Was it like distillery or something?
Yeah, it was like it was a distillery. You distill like 2 or 3 gumballs into one of
Oh,
seeming
I'm talking about
or
like the
even one.
purple thing. Like you had to use 10 to
Oh yeah, I forget. Yeah, it was like distillation material or something like that. You could get like 10 every day for free.
Yeah, that was nice. Oh yeah, I thought it was 30.
Well, no, yeah, it was 30. God, shows how long it's been since I've played BO free.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Um, I did have some ideas of what when we were talking earlier. I lost track of what I was going to say, but here are some ideas I think could help Black Ops 4 right now. So, an impossible Easter egg, wink, wink, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, that can only be solved in custom mutations.
I was gonna say, hasn't that already been done? Classified.
Well, we still haven't solved it. Impossible Easter egg implying it's only on last gen. But in all seriousness, they should also add in Zombies Chronicles once the cycle is over, so that way we have like 16 maps on this game. That way I can finally delete Black Ops 3 for the trash it is. They should add in a zombies map. Or actually, no, Quatchi, they should add Easter eggs to custom mutations, because if you think about it, we can do
I'd
Easter
like
egg
if they did
races
that,
on
if
custom
I'm being
mutations
honest.
with like
Yeah,
certain
do
settings.
Easter eggs and custom mutations. I mean, it'd be easier to experiment and everything, and just like figure out what works best and everything. Like, I've heard off a lot of people like experimenting in zombies is hard because if you're dead, you're dead. It's nice to like experiment and like really learn about like the guts of the game, but in something like zombies, that can be hard to do. It's a very tedious process. If Easter eggs worked in custom mutations, it'd be a lot easier to test stuff like that.
Well,
And
I think like they should be added in custom mutations like 3 weeks after they're released.
well,
That way gives Xbox time.
you know what? Honestly, Fun. I'd even be willing to wait until Black Ops 4's life cycle is completely over. If that's what needs to happen for Easter eggs to be doable in custom mutations, fine by me. Like I can wait. I really can. I could wait. I could wait for years if that's what it takes.
I'm
But
really hoping
I would
zombies
like
are
to
good
see it
though.
happen.
Okay, so
You know.
one more thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, gaming.
No. Finish.
Okay, one more thing. Earlier we were talking about elixirs. They should do like a rework to where you can use every single elixir you have in a single game, but like you have to scroll through them. Like you know how in Blackout there's like a loot stash and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they should do one for every like rarity. So like classic elixirs are located like, for instance, Dead of the Night. Classic would be located in, like the entrance hall. Common would be like I don't know, Forest Terrace. Rare would be in the wine cellar. Legendary would be in the greenhouse, and then Epic would be at the cemetery.
Also, what they can do is just have an elixir machine. Like we had the gumbo machine, we can have an elixir machine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like elixir machine, where you can scroll through all these elixirs in every single.
No, but like you don't have to have separate ones. You could just have one that just gives you a random, like a mystery box, but elixirs, like we have with gumballs.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. So you get a random perk or random elixir for spending like maybe 4,000 on the machine.
Is this what drew your guys' inspiration for this? Was it the Easter egg and Shadows and DE for like the free gumballs?
No, I actually just thought of it because I was thinking like the HUD needs to be reworked and elixirs take up a big part of the HUD. So get them off the HUD, but keep them on the HUD whenever you grab one, like one elixir. That's it.
All right,
And they
guys.
should do a thing. What's up?
I was gonna say, I think what they could do to fix Black Ops Treyarch Call of Duty Zombies problem is they need to bring good old Jimmy Zelensky back into the game.
Oh my god.
We need to
I miss
have
that, man.
Easter eggs like the ones on Black Ops 2 and good old Black Ops 1.
Oh, buried endgame. I do miss that, I will admit. Even though Maxis was a pain in the ass.
And we just hit the 1 hour and 20-minute mark, which is fine with me. I kind of want to wrap it up, but we guys can keep talking. You guys can keep talking until we're done.
Well,
Also, I want to get this out of you guys. I want to get your opinion. What do you guys think? Put yourself back into the mindset of Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 1. What do you guys think of a good old Easter egg with no boss fight? Like the ones that we used to do and people would get excited about and love when they finally completed on Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1. Will you guys be down, or you guys want to see a boss fight no matter what?
I have an idea on that, but I'll let Quatchi go first.
I mean, yes, boss fights add to add to the scale and to the fun of an Easter egg. Like it adds that like sense of epic finality. But if done correctly, I think yes, an Easter egg could be done and have like that epic final step that's not a boss fight. Like it would have to be done correctly. Otherwise, it would end up.
And sorry, I caught you off there, Quatchi, and I'm sorry for Funbun from taking your time. Just think back to, I don't know if I know Quatchi, you've done it, but I don't know if you have, Funbun. Have you done the Easter egg on Buried ever?
Yes.
Just think back to the first time you finally got the freaking target, and you saw, and you heard the little noise that the game made, and then you started seeing the perks popping on your screen. Think back to that moment of fuck yeah, yeah, baby. Think back to that time. Like there was no boss fight, but yet that freaking shooting target bullcrap was. It was difficult for a lot of people. I never found it difficult, but for a lot of people was. So the difficult part was to find people who could get it done. Just think back to that time. We were pleased. In my opinion, I was pleased. I was excited. I was happy, and you don't even know how many freaking times I did that boss fight. I mean that Easter egg.
Boss fight. Yeah. A friend of mine, believe it or not, when when me and a couple buddies of mine completed that Easter egg for the first time, like a buddy of mine was so excited, he literally called his friend. He's like, "Hey, dude, guess what? What? I did the buried Easter egg."
Exactly.
You never told me that.
It was great. Yeah, I know. I just love that story, bro. It's so awesome.
Let's get your answer now, Funbun. What do you think of a good old just good long ass Easter egg steps, because the steps for Buried weren't easy. They were long. They were time consuming.
Okay.
And with the like, you could not like, for example, when you go into when you were doing the Richtofen side, that you had to go into this fucking black and white one. I forgot what it was, like ghost mode, and like zombies were spawning like crazy. And you had to find your body. It was not easy. You could go down. It was kind of like a ritual.
Round Infinity.
Yeah, that one.
Yep.
You know, that was cool. That was fun when you managed to complete it. There was no boss fight involved. You know, what do you think? What do you think about that, Funbun?
Okay. This is gonna go back to Infinite Warfare again. So you know how they added a boss battle mode, like at the end of the life cycle?
Yes.
Here's my take. Zombies should be split. So there's obviously classic mode, but then what they did, they should add boss battles mode, where you can only unlock the boss after you've beaten the Easter egg. And the Easter egg is just normal steps, and then there's one big step at the end that you have to do, maybe like cutting souls or something. And then once you're done with that, you've beaten the Easter egg and you get the trophy. But you can also do the boss fight for an ending cutscene in a separate mode.
I actually like that idea.
I mean, I was gonna say the same thing. I actually like that idea too.
Yeah, because like I know boss fights drive people crazy. Like, I don't know if I told you guys this, but back before Revelations came out, Goai Krovi, I legit attempted that at least like 20 times.
Don't let me
Granted,
tell bad.
I
Don't
had
let
to
me tell
keep doing
bad.
it solo because internet wasn't good at the time. And then after Revelations, when I got my PS4 back because my brother was borrowing it. By the way, I missed Revelations for 2 months because when it released because of that. It just drove me insane how hard it was. Like a hard boss fight like that. So the boss fights should be like really hard in a boss battle mode. But the ending cutscene, as well as maybe some Nebulae and Plasma or whatever it is in the next few games, would be a great reward. Hey, maybe even like I don't know, a chaos mode or something, or like hold up. Did Extinction have anything good? Like any
Extinction had
They
rewards
they had like
for
they had a
beating like
couple
it?
game modes. Oh,
I
for
know they had
beating it,
teeth, right?
for beating it,
Getting like
you
bonus
got
teeth.
the teeth. Oh, I love that. I actually like that teeth
That idea
system.
was great,
Yeah.
especially the double
yeah.
class one.
It
Get
was,
1,000
you
teeth.
know, it wasn't for everyone, but Extinction had a sense of replayability, like
I dude,
story
Yeah, it
notes,
was really
gameplay
fun.
notes. Like it
every once in a while, I want to go back and play. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even exaggerating. I still have the game on my PlayStation with the DLCs downloaded, and every once in a while, I just want to go back. So, to me,
I wish it was remastered.
I mean,
maybe
it is
next
on the
gen.
PlayStation 4, brother. I don't know if you knew that.
Well, I wish it was like um I wish it was added like in Infinite Warfare DLC 5, but that never happened because of the low sales for Infinite Warfare and no one would buy that.
Yeah.
So
Well, this has been fun, guys.
It has. Never a great podcast.
it was.
Fun
Yeah.
I think
bun.
we can all agree.
Thank you for popping in. Um, this was kind of like out of the bloom. I wanted to get it done before Tuesday, so I'm gonna make sure I upload this tomorrow. Um, thank you again, Quachi, for co-hosting with me.
Not a problem. Always happy to.
I hope to continue this. We hope to see you again some other time, Fun Bun. And
Yeah,
I
if you
hope
want me to join again, just hit me up. I'm down for this stuff. It's fun.
so. Again, guys, I'm gonna leave every single one of their details down in the description down below. Their gamer tags obviously are down below. If you guys want to add them, message them, whatever. Quachi is
Yeah.
a beast.
I help with
Oh,
blackout character
Easter egg.
missions.
yeah.
Fun
And
Bun is good also at zombies. And yeah, go ahead, Quach.
I will help end this stream on a good note. To be optimistic for the Easter egg hunts to come in Black Ops 4, I have actually heard that the custom mutations glitch has been fixed.
Yeah, so
Like
It was.
yeah, no, I've heard it's like pretty much non-existent at this point. So like thank
One thing that they said was fixed though and wasn't fixed was the steak knife. It's still broken.
I just heard that it's crap now.
Yeah, I went into a game today. I accidentally shot one incorrectly because none of the symbols were showing up for 3 of them.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, and they all disappeared, never came back after 7 rounds.
Well, again, let me end this real quick. All right, guys. So I appreciate you guys coming in. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, please don't forget to like if you actually like it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and if you did not like it, please let us know why. If you like it, please also comment down below. Let us know why you liked it and what you'd like to see in the future. Who would you like me to try and get on the podcast? Obviously, I can't get no famous people, so you're only gonna see my friends, which are famous to me. Um, Anyway, let us know what you guys want us to talk about next. If you guys want me to get people who play other games that I also play, you guys know my playlist. I'll play whatever. I'll give a try to whatever. Let us know your thoughts. Tell us if you disagree, if you agreed. What do you want to see out of Treyarch? Out of Call
we're
of
open
Duty?
to yeah, there's no bad there's no bad like criticism or appreciation. Anything constructive.
Yeah.
Anything's constructive, pretty much.
So
Yeah.
just let us know. Obviously, if you want to see more of this content and other kinds of content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You're not obliged to do it. You can if you want, and it's free. Anyway, don't forget to check the description down below. Quatch's info will be there. Funbun's info will be there. Whatever they want to be there in the description will be there. Anyway, guys, have a good one and peace out, y'all.